Hey guys, it's Paradise, and if you liked all of the hype weapon reveals for Monster Hunter Wilds, then you're going to love the new trailer that was just revealed at Gamescom, as it shows new weapon moves, more of the open world, a section of town exploration, and even some incredible new monsters. We are here at Gamescom right now. We're not in our usual setup. I'm in the hotel room, so I probably sound quite different. And we're on our laptops, so this is going to be a slightly different video than usual, but we're out here at almost 10 PM making this video for you guys right now because there is some awesome Monster Hunter stuff to go through. One of the biggest reveals that we got was our first look at a brand new locale, as well as the names of the different states that the locale can go in. We know that these locales can dynamically change between different states, and these are called Fallow, Inclemency, and Plenty. After seeing the Windswood Plains for months now, we've been very eager to see something different, and so the trailer starts off strong with a look at this new map. It looks very foresty, is giving almost ancient forest vibes from World, and we actually know from the website this place is called the Scarlet Forest, and that you can get here by following the river from the Windswood Plains, as the website says. Following the river found in the Windswood Plains will lead you to the verdant Scarlet Forest, with its towering trees and abundant water. As you take your first steps here in your journey, your eyes are drawn to the particular red-coloured water found on the forest floor. This area seems to be home to tons of monsters that we haven't actually seen before, and we actually get to see these later in the video, but for now we actually meet some new characters. Here we have one of these characters, and her name is Olivia that we know from the website. I think she looks pretty cool. She's a hammer-wielding member of the Hunters Guild Forbidden Lands Expedition team. She previously took on special missions for the guild, but has since been assigned to the Forbidden Lands. She can assist our hunter as a support hunter during quests, and you can see this unknown character that looks kind of like a researcher pick up this spider silk, as she remarks on being near its nest. She called it out by name, and it's Lala Barina, but the website lists it as Lala Barina, so I'm not sure exactly how you say it. We also get to very briefly see Athos, an elite long-haired palico who assists Olivia, and I just absolutely love the way they look. But after this, we get to see the team actually enter the nest, which is decorated with this really cool looking red spider silk everywhere, and the massive new spider monster itself is Lala Barina hanging in this web. This is where things get really cool because we actually see gameplay of hunting this new monster in action, and notice that when it roars, its front legs have almost Wolverine style claws, which is very intimidating. Its attacks look absolutely amazing as it dances around and stabs you with its stinger in its abdomen. We know from the website that Lala Barina is a temnoceron that resides in the Scarlet Forest. Its thorax, which can be opened at will, resembles a rose in bloom, and we get to see this in the trailer too, with it spreading some kind of red silk everywhere. With several amazing looking attacks, some kind of paralysis status with its fangs on hit, this thing is going to be a beast to fight. We also get to see it do a turf war against a Doshaguma that I just love to see. I feel like this monster has to be where we get the armor set seen on the Charge Blade from the weapon previews due to the web and rose theme on it. After this, we get to see Olivia helping the hunter actually fight a Doshaguma, suggesting some form of follower style quest or companions that can join you out in a hunt. We know there is AI hunters called support hunters that will take the place of multiplayer players if you want to, but hopefully we can actually pick and take NPCs out with us too. After this, we see Olivia take down the monster with what looks like a mount finisher, and the hunter then goes in with the dual blades, and it looks like the hunter does some kind of blade dance, but the animation is a bit different and extended, and they seem to power up as the combo goes on, suggesting some kind of multi-hit buff effect. Maybe there's something like the Kushala Dora Soul from Rise's Dual Blades, which in that granted increased affinity on repeated hits, but maybe now we get increased power on repeated hits or something like that. Something that was also great to see highlighted in the trailer was more of the town, as of course we spend a lot of time there. We do know from the previews a little about it, but now the website has properly confirmed that the town is called Kunafa Wind Song Village. The description of the town says, a settlement located in the Windswood Plains and home of the Secret. The cheese produced by the livestock the people here keep is an essential part of their diet. From the previews, we know that harvesting and farming the livestock even extends to us, and that we can use the cheese that's produced to create buffs for ourselves, which will be awesome to grab before heading out on a hunt against some of these fearsome monsters. A scene that we loved from the trailer was a quick highlight of our favourite feline creature friends that we got to see selling some produce and messing around as they usually do while working hard. The little details around here and this little feline guy lighting the fire is just what makes Monster Hunter Monster Hunter. But another amazing detail I'm super hyped about is more information on Apex monsters. We actually get to see Thor Magala up close, and its name is Raydo. At least I think that's how you say it. It looks so incredible, it's definitely my favourite design so far, with Lala Barina being a very close second. Both in the trailer and on the website, they say from the look of it, this must be the region's apex predator, suggesting that there's more apex predators per region. We also know from the website this is a flying wyvern that rules the Windward Plain as its apex predator. It has adapted to the lightning that accompanies the sand tide, with most sightings occurring during the storm. Its ability to discharge electricity in powerful attacks poses a threat to even the most experienced hunters. We get to see several of its attacks which look amazing. It even charges up with lightning before doing its iconic railgun beam that we got to see in a previous trailer. And again, I love how all of the horns group together before firing off the lightning. Also notice how it leaves behind a massive AoE effect, perhaps showing how the lightning heats up the sand to create some kind of explosive glass or something. A big surprise in this is that after all of those weapon trailers we had, Capcom have even more to reveal about the weapons themselves. We see the switch axe doing its parry style move that looks so awesome, the hammer doing its big spinny bonk, what looks like the palico assembling a camp or tent, and we know that you can set up multiple camps around the map and they act as fast travel points, so it's cool to see this in action. After this, we get a better example of the sneak attack that will be available to us when we start engagements with a monster, and from the previews and interviews from the Summer Games Fest, it was noted that these attacks will benefit from bonus damage, kind of like a sleep wake-up hit, and it just looks super cool with the special camera zooms. We then get to see the glorious return of the Palico tank, which always was one of our favourite things in World, so seeing it return in Wilds is pretty awesome. But an insane part of this new trailer is this section highlighting the longsword, which can look quite confusing at first, but thanks to Nightside on Twitter, who's a friend of ours and is an awesome longsword main, he's discovered that what we're seeing is actually the end section of the Helmbreaker, meaning that the Helmbreaker is looking extremely nuts. This all occurs after we see the hunter come down from the Helmbreaker that we saw in the weapon reveal trailer, and then that extends into what we're seeing here, which looks like it does a ton of damage. After this, we see the bow doing its awesome Dragon's Dogma style lock-on focus strike move, which we all know just looks nuts. One thing the community has been very excited to learn more about though is the clash attacks and how exactly they work. We've seen a few of them with a few different weapons now and they look really cool, but now we know there's two different versions of these clashes. There's the power clash, which is an attack that we've seen most of and is done by guarding just before a monster does a special attack. A struggle then happens between the hunter and the monster, which occurs when blocking certain attacks, and succeeding in pushing the monster back will knock it off balance, giving you an opening to attack. The best example we have of these is the monster being pushed back with the greatsword when he shoves it in its mouth, as well as the heavy bowgun. Completing this gives you a large window to do a bunch of damage, so this is going to be particularly epic to see in multiplayer hunts, or just endgame hunts in general. The other type of clash attack though occurs when you go on the offensive against the monster's attack. These are called offset attacks, and the website describes them as hitting a monster with certain attacks as it's attacking will cause the attacks to clash. This can knock the monster off balance. Offset attacks can be followed up with powerful unique attacks, and this explains some of the built-in counters that we've been seeing on weapons like the hunting horn and the greatsword, as that upwards slash counter that we've been seeing in the first trailer for Wilds from the greatsword is essentially an offset attack. This, as well as the clash attacks, will be incredible to pull off and sends the monster flying. Finally, the trailer closes out with a Monster Hunter classic, but with a twist, as we get to see the hunter cooking some well done steak. This time, however, there's an updated jingle for the music, and the animation looks quite different with the hunter cutting the steak up. There's a ton of information about this on the website though, so let's go through it. It says, do you want to get the stamina and other stat boosts from eating, but don't want to go all the way back to camp? Don't worry, with the portable barbecue grill, you can cook up a meal anytime. Selecting the barbecue from the portable barbecue grill will allow you to make well done steak. Eating well done steak will not only raise your maximum stamina, but also restore both your health and stamina. This is all classic stuff, but in the background on the website we see a slightly different animation to the one we see here in the trailer, so this is probably the one you get for not going all the way back to your base camp. So there you have it, this insane trailer that has dropped. What do you think of everything we've seen? And keep your eye on the channel over the next few days, because again, we're here at Gamescom and we're going to have some exciting stuff for you soon. So stay locked in and subscribe below, drop a like if you enjoy this video, and we'll see you guys very soon.